Shannon, our beautiful young lady. Where did you start with us? What were you doing when you first started?
I was a letting consultant, so the one that was out doing all the showings and...
Okay, showing tenants through properties,
yeah,
and getting them in. And then from there you progressed to, after about, how long were you doing that role for?
A good few months, I think. Probably it was nearly a year. I think. Yeah, loved it. It was great.
It's a good. I reckon it's one of the best roles in the office, isn't it? No stress.
Well, you're never in the office. So.
No stress. You're out on the road, bang, budding young property managers interested in getting in. Get in as a letting consultant.
Yeah.
From there, the progression in Raine and Horne's pretty quick. You obviously got you had your license before that.
I had my interim, and then I progressed with all my assignments and stuff here with the help, which was good.
Okay. In Darwin, you get an interim license, and you're allowed to operate for a 2-year period until you upgrade your license by completing all your assignments to a full license. Yeah. And you can do that quicker than 2 years. It's that's the time frame they allow you to do it in.
Yeah.
Shannon then went to
the caretaker property manager, which is basically if someone's away or sick, I would jump in and look after their portfolios, or if someone needed help with an ingoing or an outgoing, you just help everyone really.
Good part about that role?
Everything.
Yeah.
It's the experience of jumping into someone else's portfolio with different properties and different owners and tenants, and kind of learning how to speak with different people, chucked into things that you wouldn't usually be chucked into, and Okay.
And now progressed on to being a full-time property manager with your own portfolio. Started that role October.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're 6 months into it now. Excellent. How are you finding it?
Love it.
Love it?
Yeah. It's a bit hard, obviously, with the market at the moment. It's a little bit harder than what it has been, but I love it. I think
it's easy to love a role where you've got such a great general manager. Would that be right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. No worries. Now, I like that. Okay. So, what are you finding? I mean, in the market right now, speaking to owners and tenants, your message that you've seen over the last 6 months. What's changing in property management?
There's a lot out there. Darwin's used to having a lot available, but it's more the fact that the prices are dropping more than what we used to. So the comparison I use is I used to have a property that was achieving $1,200, ended up renting it for $800. So that's a massive drop. For tenants, I guess you guys are the ones that get it the easiest at the moment, because there's so much out there and you can bargain the rent. Owners, if your property manager tells you need a price drop, we're not saying it just to say it, we're saying it because it really needs to happen.
One of the critical things about that, we talk about tenants, and Shannon's used an example there of $1,200 down to $800. The top end of the market's been the one most affected, hasn't it? Yep. Yeah. And not 100% sure why that is, but if you've got a high-end property, you can expect to get a fair reduction in rental. For example, I recently had my property available for rental, and it was $900, and got it rented at $775. So not quite the drop, but then if you've got a property that is, that's a $500 property, you're probably only seeing an adjustment of about $50.
Yeah, around about.
Okay.
If that, but like you said with Sean, if you get it up and you price it right and you get the professional photos and everything like that, and one of our other property managers just rented one for $1,150. So they're still going. You've just got to do it right.
Okay, so it's fair to say to a tenant, don't go in there expecting to negotiate with your owner to the tune of $500 a week if your property's only an $800 property.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
No.
So there is negotiation, but not.
Yeah. I usually say, like, if I use an example, I had one that was $500, and I said, look, if you want to put an offer in, I'll take it to the owner. Just understand that can be the reason that your application is declined. When I say an offer, I'm talking $10, $20 at the most.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now this goes out to the world. Clearly everybody watches us.
Of course.
Millions of people. Like, say hello to anybody, Shawnee.
Oh, jeez. Kids.
Say good day to your kids.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah. Well, you forgot Hunter.
I know.
No, he talks about you all the time.
I know.
Shannon, want to say good day to anybody? All the other princesses out there?
No.
Oh, okay. There are
Don't
none.
even come on now.
Okay. No.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Prospective owners, we're obviously...
We're waiting for your call.
Waiting.
Sounds like a telethon, doesn't it? All right.
We're here with our phones.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys.
Awesome.
And thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
On number 3.